I'm Alejandro Werner, and I'm thrilled to be joining Georgetown University as the founding director of the Georgetown Americas Institute. Up until a couple of months ago, I worked at the International Monetary Fund as director of the Western Hemisphere Department. Now, I am excited to be working with colleagues across the university to build a new platform for dialogue, research, and impact around the key challenges facing Latin America and the hemisphere. Latin America is going through a very challenging time. I mean, even before COVID, Latin America was not growing much. I mean, the important advancements that were made in terms of reducing poverty, improving income distribution, and moving a little bit towards a much more inclusive society, many of those progresses were kind of stalling before COVID. And then COVID hit and actually generated a significant regression in terms of poverty, in terms of income distribution, in terms of gender issues. Looking forward, I think it will be very, very important for Latin America to find a way to generate social consensuses around what has been called a new social contract, that on the one hand will focus much more on generating a much better and even playing field across society in terms of access to education, access to health, and key public services. On the other hand, finding ways to fund that broader safety net. And third, also opening up and making the environment for businesses in the region much more predictable, much less uncertain, for investment to thrive and to create jobs. The Americas Institute can strengthen what Georgetown already has by coordinating these initiatives much better, by launching new initiatives, by strengthening the role as a convening place, of Georgetown as a convening place to have the most important discussions on current issues that are relevant for the hemisphere, being a non-ideological, non-political motivated, and being outside maybe the geopolitical tensions that happen throughout the Americas. And although I have moved from being very specific at the central bank to something more broad at the Treasury and then more international at the IMF, still me and my colleagues tend to look at problems basically from the economic, financial, and public policy side. So having the opportunity to come to a university, as I said before, where each of these problems will be addressed through a much broader lens, with colleagues that also ideologically are much more diverse than what I used to have in my previous jobs, and also by training and in a multiplicity of disciplines, we will be looking at the same problem. I think it's extremely exciting. And hopefully I can contribute to this initiative to bring Georgetown to the next level in terms of engagement with the hemisphere and try to make Georgetown's American Institute like a reference for issues in the Americas on this whole array of topics that we have discussed in this conversation.